Jane Meredith, good morning. Both you and Matt, our resident international man of mystery, might appreciate this. An exclusive live access to this eye-opening set of the new Bond movie. The first glimpses of scenes shot here just last night, and an exclusive eye-to-eye interview with its elusive star, Daniel Craig, also known as James Bond.
We've got an incredibly talented and rich set of people who are making this movie, who are throwing so much energy into it, and everybody's working incredibly hard as they want to, because they're, you know, everybody's very proud, I think, to be involved with a Bond movie and the Bond franchise itself.
This is a different Bond you're making.
Yes, and we're making, you know, it's not that we're, one of the things that we were setting up in the last movie was that Bond has begun, and that it was the beginning of his career, and that his sort of his attitude towards life and his attitude towards things were very sort of he was sort of very narrow-minded, and that he had his heart broken in the last movie, and so then this one is more about him coming to terms with that and learning maybe a bit about himself, but also kind of, you know, realizing who he is, and he's James Bond.
Have you hurt yourself during this movie?
Not badly.
Not badly? What do you mean? What have you done?
Nothing.
Come on, scratches?
Nothing, no.
Sore? You've been sore?
I've been sore, but I'm sore every day. And you know, I enjoy the physical side of filming. I always have. I've thrown myself into it because I get a kick out of it, and I think that we can achieve things and we can do things that, you know, make the plot and make the storyline move forward much better if I stay involved with the, you know, as much of the filming as possible.
This is about trust.
Dennis, who is in charge of production, was saying that actually you're not too unlike Bond yourself in some ways.
Oh, really? I'm as far removed from this person as I could possibly be.
You are?
Yes. Yes,
so this is major acting for you?
This is major acting, yeah.
There's something called the International James Bond Fan Club. Did you hear about this?
No.
Conducted a poll, said that you were voted their favorite 007 of all time, beating out everyone. Sean Connery, who says, by the way, he's a fan of yours. So that's got to feel good.
You're just making me feel awkward, aren't you, really?
Feel what?
Awkward.
Awkward. So you feel awkward when people say nice things about you?
It's very nice. I mean, that's a huge compliment.
So then how awkward is it then for you to come out of a beach wearing a bathing suit, knowing that all the women are going to be, I mean, that must be awkward. If you're the kind of guy who's not, look at me, look at me.
I think if you've seen any of my earlier movies, I kind of tend to take my clothes off an awful lot, so that was not really,
hard?
No.
Oh, well, I guess I'll have to go back and look at some of your earlier movies. Well, thank you. I'll go rent them as soon as I can. But really, because here you are. You're coming at here you are awkward. You don't like to be, complimented. And here you have to be. You need to be the guy. It's an iconic moment.
I tend to separate what I do and who I am. Very much. And that I think is what you have to do. And who I am is something that I'm very private.
So you're not a movie star because you want to be famous and you want to be seen by everyone and you want to be sort of adulated.
The job. I like the job.
What part of it?
Just every aspect of it. I like the job. Like I said, it's the collective process of making a film that gives me the most joy. So you can work with interesting and talented people, they inspire you, and that, for me, is really always been the essential part of what I do.
And when you do these roles, when you do all these different roles, where you take off all your clothes and things, do you find yourself not only inspired, but you find that you reveal something of yourself to yourself?
I'm taking off my clothes.
No, I mean reveal internally. I mean, because we're talking about, it's a psychological question.
I try and get as much, if I can, again, that's a sort of something that's deeply personal, but yes,
because that's what actors kind of do, right?
You know, sometimes it's to greater and lesser degrees. You know, this film has doing the Casino Royale was something I'd never done something of this scale before. I'd never been involved so closely in something like this. So obviously that had very different, created very different feelings for me and very different challenges to movies I'd done before. And the outcome, you know, was also very different because we had a great success with it. But other movies have had, other movies I've done, they give you different, that's part of what I try and do, is I try and mix it up as much as possible. If I can, I try and do stuff that it's not necessarily, not always the right choice, but it's not necessarily the most obvious thing to do.
So then what drives you to do that? Because you've made some very interesting choices.
Not getting bored.
Not getting bored.
Yeah. I fight to keep it that way.
Okay, well, I hope I haven't bored you in this interview.
Not at all. There's a misconception about me that I have a problem with doing interviews, but I really don't. I actually kind of enjoy them. And I'm enjoying this one very much.
Good, good. I'm glad. This Bond is said to be more psychological and more action-packed, and perhaps as a measure of that, there have been two separate car crashes in which stuntmen have been injured, among other problems in the production. The movie comes out, Quantum of Solace, comes out in November, but we have a behind-the-scenes look, including, you guys, introducing you to the new Bond girl in her dressing room. Now back to you.
There's a tease. There's a tease, and that's an A1 tease right there.
What's with the big eye? What's the big eye there?
Well, this actually is the set of, we'll tell you more about this coming up, but this is basically the set of Puccini's Tosca. And here on this set, Bond is trying to track down the bad guy who may have had something to do with the killing of Vesper, the woman who died, his love, who died in the last movie. So that supposedly happens here. He's tracking down the bad guy here, and he's out there somewhere.
As long as he does it in a bathing suit, Anne. Thanks very much. We'll see you a little bit later.
If I say that, I go right to personnel. This morning, more of our special week-long series we kicked off called Access Granted Today. Anne Curry is on the set of the upcoming James Bond thriller, now being shot in Austria. And it looks like a lot of fun. Anne, good morning again.
Hey guys, it's now time for behind-the-scenes access to the shooting of the latest Bond flick. It's called Quantum of Solace. It picks up about an hour after Casino Royale, the last Bond flick, ended. It's supposed to be more action-packed. And here in Austria, this is one of 6 countries where this film has been shot. You want access? Let's go. Here we are. We're looking at the beautiful lake here in Bregenz, Austria, where you've come to shoot one of the most important scenes and take me behind the gates, where you're now having production assistants setting up this big scene you're going to shoot.
It's basically about Bond overlooking Green, who plays the villain in the movie, and Bond is following the villain into this opera.
This movie takes off about an hour after the last Casino Royale, right? So now
Exactly.
Bond is out for revenge.
I'm sorry, James.
Because the woman he loves...
I wouldn't call it revenge.
come on.
I wouldn't call it revenge. No, no, no.
What would you call it?
He's just like psychologically damaged.
You've created 5 huge major sets. Yes?
Well, in the 6 countries, yeah. It's been an amazing journey. He is James Bond, and I've taken that great, wonderful angular face and great blue eyes and use that as our pattern language for this film.
Wait a minute, are you saying you're inspired by the blueness of Daniel Craig's eyes and how you design your 5 sets?
That's right.
This is Daniel Knapp, and he's a locations manager, and he's just now taken down the barriers so we can go where few people have gone before. So you let everybody come and do this?
No, that's exclusively just for you. Where would you put Bond if you'd be the director to spot a bad guy in the audience?
Probably
anywhere?
right there.
Okay,
Somewhere
so why
up
don't...
there, looking at the audience, right? Wrong?
Well, I don't know if it's right or wrong.
I'm noticing, whoa, oh my goodness. Serious, but very light. Oh, look. Okay, so here are some of the costumes that are going to be used. This is the props room, and I see a lot of tuxedos. These are not the Daniel Craig tuxedos. These are the tuxedos for the people who've come to the opera. But where are Daniel Craig's clothes? None of this is Daniel Craig stuff?
No,
I can't touch Daniel Craig's clothing?
No,
here?
It's secret.
Secret.
Top
It's
secret.
in a hidden vault. So these are other people's.
These are only opera.
Opera.
Tosca.
None of these are Daniel Craig's clothes.
Top secret.
So give us an idea of the kind of costumes you've had to come up with for this film.
We've done Daniel incredibly elegantly in Tom Ford. We've done...
Nice. Must be fun to measure Daniel Craig.
I tell you what, his waist is going like that.
Oh, no.
We keep having to take his trousers in.
No, why? Because he's working so
Well,
hard.
he's sort of going like that and then like that.
Hair and makeup. Let's go see who's inside. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Anne. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Anne.
And you play the henchman.
I play
I understand.
Elvis, yes.
Elvis. To be a henchman, you have to have a streak of cruelty. You don't look cruel, darling.
That's good. I take that as a compliment.
Why would you do a Bond film, Mr. Fancy Actor?
Well, listen, if somebody calls you one morning and says, do you want to be the James Bond girl, would you hesitate? It's the same thing.
But I'm told that you may be the first Bond girl who doesn't kiss Bond.
Well, I don't know. I think I dreamt about it, but I don't know if...
We can continue. There's a set over there. It's nice.
Yeah, can you take us out there?
Look how beautiful.
This is gorgeous. Scene shot just last night is the first one released from the shooting here. Well, I hope you enjoyed your access, guys. I'm off to have one shaken, not stirred. I might see you tomorrow. Bye.